Hey guys, decided to install a swivel ease ski pylon into my 2014 Crestliner Fishhawk 1850. We definitely do more fishing out of the boat than we do any playing, but the boys do like to kneeboard, and it has been tough to kind of pull them behind the boat with the tie-down points on the back, because the rope tends to get caught up in the wake of the boat as they try to go outside the wake. So I decided to go ahead and buy the Swivel ease ski pylon and go ahead and get it in. I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm standing in my boat to the front. Like I said, this is an 1850 Crestliner Fishhawk, and this is the Swivel ease ski pylon. It wasn't actually too bad of an install to get put in. There is a bunch of nuts and bolts that are required to take out. As you can see, every single one of these bolts on this middle section had to come out, and probably the most custom part of this job was getting a plate to go underneath that mounting plate that you see right here. I had a 3/16 plate cut just to help with the load. There were no instructions with this, so it was kind of a figured out on your own, and that hardware did not come with that base, so I just went and got some M8 bolts and bolted them to that plate that's underneath this floorboard here. Pretty simple. There are some cross members that run underneath there that go on top of the fuel tank, but there's a good 1.5 inches of space between the top of that cross member and the bottom of this board, so I had all kinds of room to put a nut and a bolt underneath there to help distribute that load. Going from there, all these nuts and bolts that you see here all had to come out to be able to remove that deck, because you have to put these in here. It's a 1/2 inch bolt that goes through. It's actually 5/8 bolt that goes through there. It actually did come with some pretty decent hardware. It came with some 1/8 inch fender washers that are about the same size as the stainless steel washer that you see on top. It's a pretty simple install. It's just a matter of marking your holes where they want to go, measuring 3 times, and then drilling once and getting them in. As far as the tubes go, everything's telescopic. You can see there are different lengths, different heights you can put them to. I matched the one that fit my boat. As far as the install goes, these ones here were a little bit of a pain in the butt because they do not come pre-drilled, for obvious reasons, because you don't know how long that's going to be and where you want it at. So trying to get those drilled this morning was kind of a pain, but do it on a drill press at low speed and you can make it happen. Again, wasn't that big of a deal, but just a little time consuming. The other thing on my particular boat, I've got that seat pedestal right there, and after I got all of these other bolts out, I was hoping to just be able to lift this deck off, but that pedestal has a nut and a washer on the underside of all the bolts. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. I started out with that one there and got lucky and was able to come right out, so I was hoping the rest of them were going to be just screwed to that aluminum panel that's underneath this, but they are not. They do have a nut and washer that goes on the back of that. The way you access that is through your access plate for your bilge pump. So you kind of contort yourself a little bit, reach your arm up through there, and put a wrench or a socket on the back of those to get that out. Once that came out, the deck itself came out pretty easily. The key to remember with this is your boat gets narrower the further forward you get, so the best thing is to do, after you get all these nuts and bolts out, these side panels have to come out on both sides, and then lift it up from the back and out the back, not out the front. You will not get it out the front because your boat gets narrower the further forward you go. So that being said, like I said, not a bad deal. It's Labor Day weekend, so we are going to head out to Red Fleet and see what we can do and see if we can make this thing work and see if we can get on the kneeboard and see how it does. So I will make sure to record a video when we're out there at the lake and let you know how it goes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments, and I will answer whatever details you guys want to know. So thank you.
To prepare